Hey y'all, it's your girl Mayday Mayhem, and I'm back with another Mayday Mayhem mystery. And it does not get any worse. The young child, 9 years old, Ezra Blount, has lost his battle with the trauma he sustained from the Travis Scott Astro World concert that happened last weekend. As you can see on the screen, he had been in a medically induced coma to try to overcome the brain injuries and liver and kidney trauma. So it's not getting any better. Let's not forget, he is the 10th victim to lose his life, and still over 300 people that are hurt. There's been over 75 lawsuits, and it is not getting any better. Kylie Jenner has started to push herself away because her brand is suffering miserably because she is attached to Travis Scott. That's her baby daddy. So, and they have another child on the way, and she was actually at the concert. And yes, people are criticizing that he got Kylie and her sister and all his people out safely, but he wasn't concerned for the safety of his fans. But they have even brought up in past interviews where Travis Scott has said, no, he's not bleeding, but the people are bleeding. So he doesn't care about his fans. That's what I say about idolizing up to these big stars. Like, you find out that they are very dark and dirty people. So this is something I wanted to point out that I did see. You see these two gentlemen right here on the screen that came up. And allegedly they were trying to let him know that it's some stuff going on. And as you can see in the background, in the upper right-hand corner, you can actually see there is a little ambulance right there, a little ambulance. And if we can see it, he can see it. And it even looks as though the guy in the black jacket is looking off, trying to tell him. And he shoos them off and like, yeah, get on out of here with that. As you can see, it's being streamed a lot online. I'm still new at putting this together. I'm not that good with the streaming, but I'm good with telling what's happening. So he continues on with his show. But what I don't know a lot of people didn't realize is that these same two guys right here in the front, they actually ran, and if you can see their bodies, they ran and they jumped off into the crowd. If you play back the actual footage that you can see all over TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, you actually see after he tells them, go ahead, he continues to go with his show. And the little blur that you see in the middle of the screen, right in between those first two flames, is them jumping back into the crowd. Now, this is well in. Literally, his performance was an hour and about 15 minutes. They considered this a mass tragedy at about 30 minutes in. He continued going for another like 40 minutes or so, and they're timing it up to like the whole time he was on the stage. People were losing their lives, being crushed for at least an hour and 10 minutes, and his show went on for an hour and 15, and he even said he cut it short. And they left and they celebrated. And they did not know it was a mass tragedy until later. How could you not know it was a mass tragedy until later? You were right there. So Kylie is taking a lot of hits by this. Travis is being canceled They're asking for the world to take him off of every billboard that it could possibly be in regard to this. Even from the platform, as you can see him on, this is after they came on stage and told him to get off, it's some, all right, get out of here with that, get out of here with that. And they ran and they just jumped into the crowd. And he continued on with his show. And that brings me to the second thing that should be spoken about, which is energy. Positive energy at that. Now, like I said in my previous broadcast, it was a study done by the Chinese. I was actually wrong. It was actually a Japanese scientist, researcher, that I was talking about the effects of words on water. Now, let's not forget our bodies is at least what, 70% water. We can live a month without what, bare minimum food, but we can't go a week without water or some shit like that. I just know I eat and I drink my water, so I don't be worried about that. So this is the effects of words on water, which you can actually go and link in or any website, and you can look this up yourself. This is why I wanted to bring it and show it along to make a comparison. Now, we do have different energies. If you think about the type of vibe Travis Scott brings, it's very rage, test some shit up type vibe, versus where you have the positive energy vibe, where you have the positive meditation vibes, where you can heal your chakra, your throat chakra, your mind chakra, your heart chakra, your soul chakra, and it's a meditative state, and it comes with meditative music, like right here. You can see aura cleansing in 7 chakras, where you can listen to this music, and it's at a certain megahertz, megabytes, megatones, where it actually relaxes the body, it relaxes the mind, it cleanses the soul. Then you have your spiritual music that like Baptist Pentecostal listen to, that gives you the Holy Ghost. It gives you them little tingles in the back of your neck that make your hair stand up and make you feel the feeling of the Lord coming through you. It's on a different vibration, a different level. You see where I'm going with this? Now you have Travis Scott here, where this is his banners for his concert. This gives me very Aleister Crowley type situation going on here. If you don't know who Aleister Crowley is, look him up. No, but like for real, Aleister Crowley, he's like with the Illuminati and all this other fuck shit that's going on, but it gives you that kind of vibe. Like I pointed out before, it's catering to children. This was a place that was for, it was a festival. They had Ferris wheels. This was a place dedicated to kids and younger people. You have the inverted cross right there. That is his stage and platform. Like I said, that guy jumped off. He literally jumped off of this platform into these crowd of people right here. So, and like I said, music carries a vibe. Look, you have people falling into a black hole of suction, of whirl. Like when I go to carnivals and festivals, I don't think about that. Like I really don't. Like I was just at a carnival a couple weeks ago, and it was nothing like this. It was nice, fun, awesome. I got to kick it with Bad Santa, cool as hell. Saw the Ghostbusters truck. It was real cool, laid back. That's what you would call a festival / concert. And it was out there, people playing music. Nowhere nearly as much as this, but you get the theme of where it's going. And as he sees this, ambulance in the background, you know people are dying. You know it's something wrong. Noticing of injecting people with some type of substance to knock them out. Then you have enough Narcan to wake people up. You know, but this is the kind of music and energy he brings. That outer world, you know, fiery, swirly pits. You know, everyone felt as though they were walking in hell, but he gives that vibe. It's not a very angelic, cleansing your chakra type vibe that will give you a higher vibration and put you on a more positive path and strength. That ain't what he getting right now. But let's talk about that positive effects of words on water. Now, this was done by a Japanese researcher and healer, and he shows and talks about water from bottles labeled with positive messages had intricate structure and diamond-like reflectiveness. When frozen and magnified, when labeled with negative words, had collapsed structures with yellow edges when frozen. And then you go on, and it reads about he found that uplifting, positive, and encouraging words created beautiful, balanced, and symmetric crystals. Destructive, hateful, and evil words had the opposite effect on the water crystals. The visual evidence is breathtaking. And I want to show you the visual evidence. Look at this. You have evil. You're saying very evil and destructive things versus a positive vibe at the bottom. You have you fool, you know, versus look, I love you. You know what I'm saying? You disgust me versus a positive effect. And how beautiful and intricate it is. So when we talk about positive and negative vibes, and especially in music, because what is music? Nothing but vibration. It's nothing but streams of vibration that we let flow through our body. We listen to jazz and it gives you a really cool, laid back type vibe. You listen to some heavy metal. You might want to go tear up your garage for a minute. You know, you listen to some what we would call house music, twerk music. You want to get in the middle of the floor and just twerk and dance, you know, do your thing, you know, pop, lock, and drop it, you know, do what you do. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, that's personally my favorite. But it gives you that vibration like, ooh, we finna go clubbing, girl, yeah. Versus, let's tear this motherfucker up. Ooh, that's a different vibe. That's a different melody. That's a different beat. Versus, I love you, baby. You my baby. Versus, you my hoe, you my bitch. Whoa, different vibe. Different flow. It gives me different yeah. So music has a vibration. And Travis Scott brings that type of vibration, you know, and now that people are literally losing their lives at a mass concert, and we don't know how many more countless people are going to be hospitalized. Let's not forget, some of these people had massive heart attacks. 2 and 3 heart attacks at one time. And then a lot of people complain about a very wretched noise that was going on for his for the countdown that annoyed people very, very much. So it was a lot going on that at this concert, where has now changed, was going to change concerts forever because of so many casualties that was lost, and maybe the more casualties to come, because we do not know the condition of all these other people that are in the hospital. One woman was talking about how she got stampeded in the barricade, and when she finally got up, her knee was pointed the other direction. You have people that are going to have to deal with pain and suffering. People that's going to have to deal with trauma. You know, people are going to have PTSD behind this. It's going to be a very critical time, and therapy is going to be a very, very key factor for all these people. So they're going to need therapy behind this. It's going to be trauma. It's going to be PTSD. Travis Scott is already starting to see a decline in his popularity. And you have some people that's with the shits like, well, you knew what you expected when you get there. Yeah, but you don't expect to die or be in a cast for so many weeks or have a hard time breathing. Let's not forget, aren't we in the middle of a pandemic? Ain't it got COVID rules in this bitch? Ain't COVID still floating around this motherfucker? I don't know. I don't know. Ain't COVID still in this bitch? But you had over 50,000 plus people in a confined space. I'm just pointing out the obvious. No one else wants to see it. So just saying. So, you know, let's take a minute and be grateful that we are here, because now the Blount family have to bury their baby. He's literally a baby that was trampled at a concert. Like, I remember going to my concerts at like 13, 14, 15, going to see Immature and stuff like that. Like, that was really the highlight for us back there in the 90s. And we saw the concert. The only thing we had to worry about was the long lines for the merch. That was it. We didn't have to worry about whether we were going to live or die to get out of a concert. You know, and then where does humanity's sympathy come into play? Where does empathy come into play for your fellow person? Like, someone's on the ground and you're so excited to see Travis Scott that you can't look over and help a fellow person up or not push them down, or it is very discerning, very discerning. So I'm going to end this broadcast where I end all my other broadcasts. If no one told you they love you, I do. I truly, truly do. And make sure you do better today than you did yesterday, and strive for a better tomorrow today, because each day is not promised to us. So enjoy the day while you can. Someone you love them, tell them you love them, and keep going, because we never know. You go to a concert expecting to have a good time and enjoying yourself, and some people didn't come home. And some people went home in the hospital and didn't wake up. Or some people are still in the hospital and don't know the extent of their injuries. So I'm praying for everyone in the situation, especially the families that have lost their children. You know, the youngest child being lost is 9, and the oldest child that was lost was 27. You know, all these were somebody else's kids. So I'm praying for the strength of the family. I'm praying for just strength, because they're going to need strength at this time, because it's going to be a long time of pointing the fingers and blaming who. But you can blame all you want, but it's not going to bring their loved one back. So they have even suffered a trauma. You know what I'm saying? The families have suffered trauma, and they're going to need extensive help and therapy. So everyone stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll be back with another Mayday Mayhem mystery next time.